blame Namco for making this shit the way it is, because making the game easier and making it feel like everybody has a chance to win is good for the casual players. It'll make the scrubs or the mediocre players feel like they have a chance to win a big tournament, so they'll waste all their money to go to a big tournament, because like they might have got lucky wins on a good player online or some shit like that, or anything. So I could see it's a smart marketing strategy for making this game scrubby. You know what I'm saying? It'll make everybody feel like they could win. So it'll make a lot of like randoms or stiff players, it'll make them feel like, hey, I can win. Let me fly to Evo. You know what I'm saying? Which is obvious they're not going to win. But like it makes them feel like they can win. So that's why they do it. But at the same time, that also makes high-level actual good players not actually like the game. You know what I'm saying? Like people are just not gonna like this game. Do you think there are any legit new players? Nah, man, I can't tell you anything. This game, you know why? I'm gonna be real now. There's a reason why I don't. If you started in Tekken 7, like if you started in Tekken 7, bro, and you want to be good at Tekken, you're probably not gonna be good at Tekken. You might get good at Tekken 7, but you won't be good at Tekken, if that makes sense to you. Because this game doesn't teach you Tekken fundamentals. It actually teaches you the opposite. To be frank with you, everything I've learned in other Tekken games, I literally had to unlearn it to get good at this game. I'm being dead ass. I actually had to unlearn this shit. Shadow's first game is not Tekken 7, bro. He played Tag 2. So it's like, that's not even like in the discussion. This is not his first game. I actually had to unlearn. The shit I learned in other Tekken games to be good at this game. It's ridiculous. That's why when I first started playing this game, I had mad trouble. Because I'm like, yo, this game is not Tekken. Like, this game is not Tekken. Like, everything I learned doesn't work in this game. So, you can... Let me rephrase this shit a bit better. You can learn how to play Tekken, but you might get a lot of wins playing Tekken 7 base shit, playing using the Tekken 7 mechanics to the point that you just do the Tekken 7 mechanics and forget about everything else. What I mean by Tekken based shit is like you won't backdash cancel, you know what I'm saying? You won't sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? You just mash out of everything. Use armor moves, rage art, shit like that. You forget what the fundamentals are in Tekken. That's what I'm saying. Which is the majority of 85% of the people play like that. They do not use movement. They do not step. They play like a 2D fighter. They always attacking. They play this shit like it's Marvel, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The game rewards you for not being good at Tekken so much that you don't need to learn how to play fundamental Tekken. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why if somebody's first game is this game, it's kind of guaranteed they're not gonna play proper Tekken. They not. They just gonna do Tekken 7 shit and get away with it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This game doesn't you don't need to look at the majority of the top players. I'm not talking about Asian players because they obviously know how to play Tekken. But look at a lot of the top players and pay attention to what they do. Pay attention. See if they step, see if they move. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I'm telling you, bro. It's possible. It's possible that if Tekken 7 is your first game, you can get good at playing Tekken. So what should new players like me do? You can ask me questions. Ask players like me questions. Because most of the players that you watch their streams, they're not gonna be real with you, and they're not gonna tell you this shit. Maybe because they're paid by the company to make the game look godlike or something. But what new players can do is ask people, what can I do to get better at Tekken? What is it that I need to learn outside of the Tekken 7 system to be good at Tekken? That's what you need to do. You can ask me stuff like that. That's why you can ask stuff like that. I give you example. Tekken 7 players will always do this, stuff like that. They always challenge everything, guessing buttons. When you don't need to do that, I give you example. let's say, alright, let's say elite player does, I do 4-2, 4-3, right? And then elite player thinks I'm gonna do jabs, so he does down 3, right? You see? I guessed wrong, right? Because I thought he was gonna do jabs, right? That's Tekken 7 shit. Tekken 7 players always constantly read with offense or do a armor move or some shit, right? A more traditional Tekken style, or like something that's a little bit more high level that people will have to use in older Tekken games that didn't rely on buttons too much and stuff like this. You see how I evaded it with movement? Watch this now. Watch. Oh, this is. See? I didn't do a hard read. I got away. See? See? Instead of trying to hard read all the time, you see? Look at that. You see? Stuff like that. Somebody that plays Tekken 7, instead of using movement to get away from shit, they did nerf it, but at the same time, it's like it's part of Tekken for you to do it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is people forgot that this is a 3D fighting game, so they play this shit like it's a 2D fighting game. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you guys. That people forgot how to play Tekken. They play Tekken 7, which is pretty much 2D Tekken. Movement is not that trash. You can still move out of stuff, bro. It's just that the movement is not that great in this game, so you will get hit by a lot of shit, which is why people just play offensive all day. But you can still move out of shit. Online will make it seem like you can't move out of stuff, but that's because online is just fake. I wouldn't base any judgment based off online shit. But everybody plays this shit like it's 2D, bro. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You see? Like most players, a lower level player, if they see Brian do that, they'll try to swing, right? A high level player will just step and block. You see? See? You see what I'm saying, right? This game rewards too much mashing after everything. That's my issue with this game, bro. The thing is too that the best players still move, but at the same time also the best players use characters that have advanced movement. So that's one of my issues in this game. One of my main issues with Tekken 7 is that this, right? Alright, the movement is not that good in this game, right? But there's characters that have advanced movement in this game, in a game that movement is not good. So the issue with that is that it makes the game unbalanced. It makes the game unbalanced. It's not fair that characters can sidewalk and back that shit, other characters can't, and then normal characters have to just hold that and like just guess all the time. When you could play a higher tier character on godlike movement and they could just move and back that shot of everything. That is not fair. What I would do is I would just improve the movement overall on everybody, instead of like certain characters just having great ass movement. That's not fair, bro. Why do you think most of the best players, the characters they play are characters with godlike movement, especially the Korean players? They play characters with godlike movement. It is not fair that certain characters like Safina could move out of shit, and then if you play somebody like fucking, I don't know, like Josie, or like characters with regular ass movement, you just gotta hold that shit. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta use movement in this game, but the reason why they telling you, bro, that you don't need to use movement is because this game awards so much fucking button pressing. And the reason why this game awards so much button pressing is because the movement is not good. And this move has too much armor moves and crush moves. So it rewards buttons a lot. Like a lot. So you could play like a scrub and beat people. So that's why they say that. But at the end of the day, at the highest level of play, if you're playing somebody that has good movement and you don't move at all, you might get lucky. You might win a 2 out of 3 or maybe a 3 out of 5. But at the end of the day, you're still going to lose. The issue with this game is that somebody with no movement could beat somebody with movement. Because this game, you can't move like that. But having movement does help your chances of winning a little bit better. But this game, buttons are so good in this game that even if you can't backdash cancel, you could probably beat somebody that has godlike movement, man. You think homie moves are dumb? Homie moves been in the game since Tekken 6, though. To be honest with you, homie moves make the game a lot more scrubbier. Honestly. Because, like, before Tekken 6 and Tekken 5 and other Tekken games, there was no homie moves. So in Tekken 5, you actually needed to know what moves track specifically on every side. That's why people that play Tekken before and older Tekkens are a lot better than people that play now. Because people that play Tekken now, they don't really use their head too much. They be like, oh, he's sidewalk, I'm going to just spam homing moves. It's actually really scrubby. Before you actually have to think, okay, he's going to sidewalk left, I'm going to do a DF1. He decides to right, I'm going to do fucking, you know, a move that tracks to that side. You know what I'm saying? You actually have to think a lot more. In this game, you don't need to think too much, bro. You don't need to think too much on stuff. I know I went on a rant, on a tirade about this shit, but this game needs a lot of help, man. Like, I want people to get better at this shit too. Because I feel like in general, people don't really talk about the issues with this game, bro. And I feel like, honestly, at the end of the day, if you want to help people get better at Tekken, you might as well tell people the real issues about this game, bro. You gotta tell people the issues about this game, man. Like, you're not really helping anybody by lying and making it seem like this shit is godlike. It's not, bro. Like, you have to, like, honestly, if y'all want to get good at Tekken 7, I'll say this, bro. Movement, buttons be everything. So I can understand why somebody will attack after blocking everything in Tekken 7. Offense rewards everything, which is why counter hits and mix-ups and hard reads, you lose a lot. It's too much damage. You know what I'm saying? It's too much damage in hard reads and attacking. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it rewards a lot of buttons. If you want to get good at Tekken 7, you have to get your offense up. It sounds stiff, but like, you have to have a really good offense. You have to be really good at offense, and you have to be really good at making hard reads. It sucks that I'm kind of telling you that defense don't matter. Defense don't really matter in this game. It don't. It's sad, but it doesn't. Like, this game is an offensive game. This game rewards like big offense and a lot of guessing. A lot of guessing, a lot of offense. You could like, you know what I'm saying? That's how you get good at Tekken 7. Your offense and your hard reads have to be on point. Basically. Defense just makes you more consistent, yeah. And movement and shit. But even if you have good movement, you still lose a scrub that just presses 100 buttons all day. If you want to get good at Tekken, you have to get your spacing up, you have to get your movement up, you have to get your sidewalking up, all kinds of stuff like that, right? That's how you get good at Tekken. He won Evo with playing Kasumi and Geese, bro. That's how he won Evo, bro. He won Evo playing Kazumi and Geese, and also he knows how to space and sidewalk and shit. So like I'm saying, he plays Tekken 7 and he plays Tekken. So he's gonna win, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, you could win in this game just by playing Tekken. But if you mix the fundamentals of Tekken plus Tekken 7, your chances of winning are a lot higher. You know what? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Does that make sense to you? The reason why Arson Ash won Evo, it's a lot of factors to it. 2, he was playing 2 top tier characters. 3, he knows how to play Tekken outside of Tekken 7. 4, he also used Tekken 7 based things. So Need's issue is that he plays 2 Tekken, but at the same time, he's so good to the point that it really doesn't matter. Plus, he plays high tiers, but even him, he gets randomed out sometimes. But he's a rare breed. Now he could just play Tekken and beat you. That shit is really hard to do in this game. To play like solid Tekken and beat somebody, that shit is mad hard to do. That shit is mad hard to do that. It's possible, but it's extremely hard to do that. It's very, very hard to play. He's one of the few people in the world that could do that shit. Because in this game, just to play solid and outbeat somebody, that shit is too hard to do. It's too hard. I think he's the perfect example if you want to learn how to like really play Tekken 7 plus Tekken. You can watch him. He's a perfect example. He's like solid. He's like solid. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you want to get good at this game, you got to get your offense up. You got to be really good at hard reads. But if you want even a better chance of winning, and if you want to like get the extra mile in Tekken to be like super duper good, you got to get your movement up. So that's pretty much what I got to say. Anybody has any questions before I stop streaming? Because I'll answer questions. I think it's better that I answer questions rather than play online randoms and shit. Any questions you guys have? I'll be sure to answer any questions. Any questions about the game, I'll answer. Get ready for the next battle. Okay, I'm gonna give an example right now against Jack to show you that movement and spacing the shit. Yo, GM this. I should make it into a video. I'll probably see about making it into a video. I feel like this discussion shit, it'll probably get a lot of people upset. But I'll probably upload it anyway, even though I'll probably get a lot of heat for this, which is kind of silly that I'll get heat for this. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm actually helping people. Like, the stuff I'm doing is helping people, but for some reason in this community, they think I'm not helping anybody. You know? Which is weird. They think I'm, like, toxic or whatever. It doesn't really, I don't really care. But, alright, so... Alright, this is what I'm gonna teach, right? This is what I'm gonna teach right now. Alright, this is what I'm gonna teach now, alright? Alright, watch this, right? You see how Jack players play that, right? A traditional Tekken 7 player, this is what they're gonna do. Somebody this is how people, if you play Tekken 7 style, this is what how people react to that string I just do. They'll try to hit back, you see? They'll try to mash back, or they'll try to armor back, or they'll try to counter hit you, right? You see? That's a hard ass read, what I just did. See that? That's Tekken 7 style. See, that's Tekken style right there, right? Tekken 7 style, right? The issue with doing that is if Jack does that, or if he does down forward 2, you can still beat it out though, you see? That's Tekken 7 style, right? The issue with doing that is that you can bait him, right? Watch. You can bait him, watch, I'm gonna do it, right? See? And then you could down forward 2 me, right? Alright. A more advanced, if like actual Tekken style gameplay, or like using shit outside of the Tekken 7 system that's a little bit more advanced, will be this. This is how I will answer the string. Okay, this is an example now. This is how I will answer the string. See? That's how I will answer the string. Which is actually the safer option to do. See? That is the safer option to do. You see? Because I'm not guessing, I'm just working. I'm just sidewalking, you know what I'm saying? Y'all understand now, right? Watch this. You can step on block, you see? You see the difference, right? Okay, I'll give another example. Let me see if another example. See, most people, they'll try to attack, right? And they get counter hit, right? So they'll try to do an arm move. That's a Tekken 7 player, right? they'll try to counter hit, right? But see, how do you react to so fast to opponents? And how do you react so fast to the opponent? Okay, another example that I'll give. What's another example? All right, let's do 2-1 on hit, right? See 2-1 on hit? Second 7 player will probably armor out of it. I'll try to do down 3, right? More advanced player, you see? Also, most Tekken 7 players, down back 1, what they'll do is hop kick, or they'll low parry, right? A more advanced player, sidewalk, you see? Or sidewalk and low parry, you see? You can also, see, you can just backdash. See? So, I just use movement. See that? It's kind of hard to do, but it's possible, you see? It's actually safer. It's safer options, because if you try to hop kick, you might get down for it too. You might eat this. You know what I'm saying? Another example. This into that, right? Basically. See? Most people will try to interrupt, right? Or do an armor move. Safer option, if you want to learn how to play Tekken, is like stuff like that. So basically what I want to try to say, on hit and block, what you want to do, basically is learn how to sidewalk and when to backdash in certain situations. Yeah, you should talk real about what makes you consider sidestep. Yeah, that shit went by fast, man. I didn't even get to read what he said. Basically, what I'm trying to say is movement is the safest option instead of hard reads. There you go. Exactly. Movement and baiting whips and shit is basically what I'm trying to say. Basically. So you're smart. You actually know what I'm saying. I give you an example. Some jack players like to do that. It's better to, you see, wait and then whip punish, you see? So basically spacing and movement and whip punishing is the safest shit rather than buttons. That's traditional Tekken. But this game rewards buttons so much that people might get away with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Give you an example. See that? Instead of guessing, you see? It's good to know it's good to know, you know what I'm saying? To know how to move and shit. People don't step, bro. People do not step. People play 2D Tekken. People just play 2D Tekken. Should you still opt to use sidestep if you don't know the other character's weak side of frame data? Nah, bro. You gotta learn the movement is only gonna work with you, bro, if you know how to deal with a character, bro. How you apply offense? That depends on the character. Let's say I'm playing Jack, right? Let's say I'm a Jack player, right? And I do something like standing 2, right? And I think my opponent is gonna sidewalk. She delayed, you see? So you have to, when it comes to offense in this game at a high level, you have to learn how to change your timing and also delay your moves. So basically, if you play Jack, you don't always want to do something like this, right? So like basically doing a button into a button, that's predictable. Always doing the same button, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You always want to have the same timing, you know what I'm saying? Watch this. Watch this. See? I changed my timing. Just switch your timing, you know? Or dash up and then do it instead of just doing it, you know? See? Or Also, don't always swing after doing shit, you know what I'm saying? So let's say I'm Lee, right? And I'm playing Jack, and I think a Jack is do jab into down back one, right? If I'm Jack, I could do something like, you know what I'm saying? See? And now whiff and then get launched. You see what I'm saying? By using spacing. That's how you use spacing. You see what I'm saying? Y'all understand now, right? What I'm trying to say? Well, basically what I'm trying to say is the traditional Tekken 7 way of always pressing after everything. Like, yeah, you might get lucky, you might counter hit somebody, but also movement is still important. A lot of people forget that Tekken is a 3D fighting game, that you can move and apply movement in the game, and you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm trying to say, right? Like, somebody might get lucky and they might guess right on a button, but so is sidewalking better than? Yeah, always sidewalk, don't step, because if you step, you're gonna get chipped. I never step. I always sidewalk all the time. You said offensive time? What do you want to know about offense? It depends on the character. You want me to go on YouTube? Yeah, I'll put it on YouTube. How to fight against Jack? You have to step him to his weak side a lot and pressure him a lot. Don't play keep out with Jack, because if you play keep out with Jack, you're gonna get hit with random shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He has too much range to play keep out. So basically, yeah, just sidewalk in his face and rush him down a lot, to the point that he has to do shit like that, or he has to duck and do this. Yeah, you just have to pressure him and sidewalk him a lot. See? Just step. You have to pressure him a lot, though. So you want offensive tips with Lee, because offensive tips, it depends on the character, bro. I don't know this one. Alright, so you said somebody wants to know offense? It depends on the character, bro. With Lee, offense is kind of hard. You can't really overextend with Lee. So shit like this into that, you see, you gotta be careful, especially against characters with good movement. You get that shit stepped and launched. Actually, wait, let me put somebody with better movement. You just gotta know what's plus. Can you mash with Lee? Nah, you can't. He's too negative to mash with him. Good luck trying to mash with him. Alright, so I give examples. See stuff like this? His pressure is hard with Lee against characters with good movement. See, I can't step it. So basically, you want to know what moves they can step in where they can't step after your plus. You also don't want to overcommit to shit. You see? He sidewalked my DF1 on hit. You see? It's bad, man. See that shit? It's really hard to play with Lee, bro. An issue with standing 3 that people don't know. Look at that. You see that? See that? Watch this. I'm gonna show you something. The dash down for one, that works, but you gotta be careful doing that, because you might play somebody like Tommy that don't respect buttons and he's just gonna magic for you, or he's just gonna hop kick you like a scrub. So basically shit like this is better. You just gotta know your options. Let's say you do stuff like down 4-1 into 4-4-4, right? There's so many ways to deal with it. See? Or backdash duck and then hop kick. Sidewalk duck and a hop kick. Just regular backdash and hop kick. You see what I'm saying? Offensively is mad hard, bro. You have to spam homie moves and shit because his tracking is pretty bad, and his plus is not. He doesn't have enough plus frames to make you stand. The only shit he has to make you stand really after plus is like really slow shit like this into that, or running 3-4 into 1+2 on block. Yeah, that's it though, man. It's rough playing Lee Chalan, man. It's really hard to play offense with him. Like, the way you gotta play offense with him is really like, you just kind of just gotta hit and then single strikes. You gotta just do single strikes. You gotta just do single strikes and keep moving, because you can't continue offense with him. You can't continue offense with him. See? You can't continue offense with him, man. Yeah, his punishment keep out is okay, but you can't really play offensive with him. You have to just take your plus frames and move. Take your plus frames and move. Lee's one of like the few characters in the game that doesn't reward you for being Oonga Boonga Tekken 7 style. You'll lose if you play Lee like that. He's not very effective playing Tekken 7 type style. I would just do running 3-4 or 1+2 with somebody backdashes. I don't see the point of doing 4-2. Somebody backdashes, just do instant running. By feel? Nah, not really. You're gonna get bodied. See, if you backdash, you do that. But at the same time, you see, easy to step. See? That shit's crazy. Yeah, his tracking is really bad, bro. Any reason to do Hitman 1-1? I guess to stop stepping, it works. See, you stop stepping if you think he's on sidewalk. I think Miguel does too, because Miguel has to play Tekken to beat you. So Miguel struggles in the Tekken 7 meta, I think. I think Lars too. There's a couple of characters. I think Armor King struggles in the Tekken 7 meta too. But Lee's issue is that he has to be solid. He has to play Tekken to beat you. It's steppable both ways, actually. Lee's tracking is just really bad. That even if you hit somebody with something that's plus, instant, just press tap forward and then do 4-4-3-4. See? So basically with Lee, like somebody asked me how to be offensive with Lee, it's a lot of hit and move, man. So like single strike, you know, after this you could just do shit like this, but it's a lot of single strikes and move, bro. Single strikes and move, single strikes and move. He can't continue offense. So it's like he can't really play offensive. You could try by doing running 3-4s and shit, but that shit don't track, man. He's not really an offensive character like that. You could try to be really offensive, but it's gonna be hard because like quick lows like this don't track. You know what I'm saying? Quick lows like that don't track. So Fizz crouch down 4-4, it's okay, but the issue with that, you see, you can step it, you see? See? Also, the issue with that is that if you do it too much, people start blocking it, because Lee's crouching mix-up shit is stiff. It's either this or that, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody thinks you can do Silvertail, you see? Yeah, Brian does fit the meta of this game. He does too much damage. He has too much offensive tools. So let's say I'm right here, right? And I do Silvertail, right? If my opponent does See? You see what I'm saying? That's the issue with that move, is that the mid option has no range. So if you really want to like stop somebody from ducking your silver tail, you gotta be kind of close, like actually really close to do that. So it's kind of rough, and this is risky in general just to do that shit. What I like to do to stop people from doing silver tail is that I do instant hitman 1+2. You see that? I do silver tail, and if I think somebody's gonna duck, I just do that. You see how fast? I just do that. Stop people from doing silver tail. I stop people from ducking silver tail. I do. It's a lot safer than just doing this. Any tips on the mindset you should have doing a match? Don't mash against everything. Do safe stuff on block to see how your opponent reacts to shit. Do shit like, you know, down back 4 and then wait. Just a lot of waiting. And what about fierce crouch? That works. Yeah, that could work. I never thought about doing that. That works, but you gotta be careful because the tracking is not good. Yeah, I know. I do that shit a lot, but you gotta be careful doing that because 443 doesn't track. Can you explain the neutral? Neutral is stuff like this. Look. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, let's say I play Lee, right? And I do DF1 and then I step, knowing that he's gonna go low, right? See? See that? Nah, it's not hard to step 443. That's just some online shit. That shit's actually really easy. The sidewalk. See? See, that's why it's good to just do empty moves and see how they react instead of me always swinging back. Because if I always swing back, you know what I'm saying? Let's say I do that, right? You get counter hit. You see what I'm saying? For guessing wrong. Or maybe he could, if I do this into that, I think he's going to go high. You see? It's better just to wait and hit. You know what I'm saying? See? Instead of retaliating, I use movement. I do keep out move. And then wait, and then I can whiff punish, you see? If he does DF1. So that's pretty much neutral. Neutral is like spacing and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think somebody's gonna run in, or if you see somebody's running after that, you see? Learn your spacing, man. Basically do safe shit on block and just look at how your opponent's reacting to the shit. Like, do safe keep out moves or moves in general to see how the opponent reacts. See if the person sidewalks after a move. See if the person forward dashes after a move. You gotta, in Tekken, you gotta really pay attention how somebody reacts to all your buttons, because you can't react the same way to a button. So meaning you can't down for one and sidewalk all the time. You basically just gotta think about what your opponent, look at what the opponent is doing and adapt by there. If that makes sense to you guys. But I think I'm done already. Yeah, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for the subs today. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Thanks for telling them, Rush Caliber. So that's basically neutral, man. Neutral is basically doing moves on space and neutral plus movement also. And just having patience. Patience is what you need. The issue with a lot of people is that they lack patience. Basically, you need patience. Like, you know, take your time with matches and slow it down and do shit on block and just wait and, you know, don't be like Tommy and attack every single fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Don't play like that. Take your time with a match. It'll be easier to adapt like that rather than just lose super fast just because you guessed wrong. Take your time with a match. Take your time, man. That's how you adapt. You're also going to do better in tournaments like that by taking your time and like reading